Welcome back to AWS with a beer and to the third video in this series of mastering what you need to know to pass the AWS Certified Cloud Practitioner Exam. If you missed the first two videos covering Domain 1, Cloud Concepts, and then Domain 2, Security and Compliance, then you can find the links to them in the pinned comment of this video. Now in this video, I'll be expanding upon the exam guide of Domain 3, AWS Technology Overview, so you know what you need to study. As always, please hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss more AWS content to help you through your learning and certification journey. So here we can see the extract from the official AWS exam guide on the different knowledge and skills that you will be assessed on for the first of 8 task statements in this domain. So let me expand on this to guide you on what you need to know. So strap in, we've got a lot to cover. So you need to understand the various methods of deploying and operating within AWS. To start, you should be familiar with different ways to provision and manage AWS resources. This includes manual provisioning through the AWS Management Console, where you can directly interact with AWS services via a simple web interface. Additionally, you need to grasp automated provisioning using infrastructure as code or IAC tools like AWS Cloud Formation, which allows you to define and manage infrastructure with templates. Now, programmatic access is another crucial area encompassing APIs, SDKs, and the AWS Command Line Interface, the CLI, which enabled more and automated and customizable interactions with AWS resources. Now, it's important to understand the multiple ways to access AWS services, whether through the Management Console, the CLI, SDKs, or APIs. And each method offers unique advantages for different scenarios. You also need to comprehend the different cloud deployment models available. These include the public model, where you deploy entirely on AWS, leveraging its vast infrastructure. The hybrid model combines on-premises infrastructure with cloud resources, allowing for a greater flexibility and optimization of workloads. The on-premises private model is an environment dedicated exclusively to a single organization. Now, knowing when and why to use each model based on specific business needs, such as data sovereignty, latency requirements, and existing infrastructure, is crucial for making informed decisions. Now, in terms of connectivity options, understanding how to link on-premises environments with AWS is vital. This includes the use cases and benefits of AWS VPN, which offers secure internet connections for your resources. AWS Direct Connect provides dedicated network connections, offering higher bandwidth and lower latency compared to typical internet connections. You should also consider the scenarios where using the public internet for accessing AWS services directly might be appropriate as well. Now, being able to choose the appropriate connectivity option based on factors like bandwidth, latency, security, and cost is an essential skill. Now, finally, ensure you develop the ability to evaluate and decide between different access methods and operational strategies. This involves understanding the context in which one-time operations are suitable versus repeatable processes. Being able to articulate the benefits of using tools like infrastructure as code for consistent deployment is crucial for maintaining reliable and scalable cloud environments. And this holistic understanding will enable you to manage AWS resources effectively, ensuring that your deployment and operational strategies align with best practices and business objectives. Now, for this next task statement, first and foremost, you must understand the foundational components and strategic benefits of AWS's global infrastructure when preparing for the exam. A critical concept to grasp is AWS regions, which are distinct geographic locations housing multiple availability zones, or AZs. And these are designed for redundancy and fault tolerance, and each AZ consists of one or more data centers with independent power, cooling, and networking to ensure resilience against failures. And high availability is achieved by deploying applications across multiple AZs within a region, ensuring that these zones are isolated from one another to avoid single points of failure and enhance reliability. Now, additionally, understanding the strategic use of multiple AWS regions is essential for disaster recovery, business continuity, reducing latency for end users in different locations, and complying with data sovereignty regulations that mandate data to stay within specific jurisdictions. Now, edge locations are another vital component, optimizing the delivery of content and applications to users worldwide. These locations are a part of AWS's global network of points of presence, or POPs, and play a crucial role in improving latency and performance by caching content closer to users. So services like Amazon CloudFront, which is AWS's content delivery network, and AWS Global Accelerator leverage edge locations to accelerate content delivery and enhance application availability and scalability. Additionally, it's important to be aware of specialized AWS zones, such as AWS wavelength zones and AWS local zones. AWS wavelength zones bring AWS services to the edge of telecommunications networks, enabling ultra-low latency applications for 5G devices. Meanwhile, AWS local zones extend AWS regions to specific geographic locations, providing low latency access to AWS services for applications requiring proximity to large population centers. So on this third task statement, you need to gain a comprehensive understanding of AWS Compute Services and their appropriate applications. This entails knowledge of various compute services such as Amazon EC2, Amazon ECS, Amazon EKS, AWS Lambda, and AWS Fargate. Now, Amazon EC2 provides resizable virtual servers in the cloud, allowing you to choose different types of instances optimized for various tasks, such as compute optimized or storage optimized instances. Amazon ECS, or the Elastic Container Service, is a fully managed container orchestration service that helps you run and manage containerized applications across a variety of compute options, such as a cluster of Amazon EC2 instances. While Amazon EKS, the Elastic Kubernetes Service, is a managed service simplifying the running of Kubernetes on AWS, without the need to install and operate your own Kubernetes control plane or nodes. Then we have AWS Lambda, which allows you to run code without provisioning or managing servers. Simply upload your code and Lambda takes care of everything required to run and scale your code with high availability. AWS Fargate, on the other hand, is a serverless compute engine for containers that works with both Amazon ECS and Amazon EKS, enabling you to run containers without managing the underlying infrastructure. Now, for each of these services, it's important to understand their primary features, their typical use cases, and how they are applied in different scenarios. For instance, knowing when to opt for compute optimized or storage optimized EC2 instances, or when to choose ECS over EKS for container management. Additionally, recognizing the use cases for serverless compute options like AWS Lambda and AWS Fargate, which enable running code or containers without managing servers, is essential. Understanding autoscaling, which provides elasticity by automatically adjusting compute resources to match demand, ensuring efficient handling of varying workloads, is also needed. Now, another key area to focus on is the role of load balancers in distributing traffic to enhance application availability and fault tolerance. You should understand the different types of load balancers: application load balancer, the network load balancer, and also the gateway load balancer, and their specific uses. From a database standpoint, it's essential to understand AWS's diverse database offerings and the processes involved in database migration. This includes having a solid grasp of both AWS managed database services and self-hosted databases on EC2 instances. You need to know when to use managed databases like Amazon RDS or Amazon Aurora for relational data versus NoSQL databases like Amazon DynamoDB for non-relational data. Additionally, understanding memory-based databases such as Amazon Elasticache is also recommended. Now, in terms of skills, you should be able to make informed decisions about whether to deploy databases on EC2 instances or use AWS managed database services. And this decision-making process should consider factors like management overhead, scalability, and maintenance. You should be proficient in identifying and selecting appropriate relational databases, recognizing when to use Amazon RDS for standard relational database needs or Amazon Aurora for high-performance MySQL and PostgreSQL compatible relational databases. Similarly, you should be able to identify NoSQL databases such as DynamoDB for applications that require flexible schema design and low latency performance. Now, furthermore, it's also crucial to recognize the appropriate use of memory-based databases like Amazon Elasticache for caching and real-time applications. Familiarizing yourself with tools available for database migration is also important. Now, this includes understanding the AWS Database Migration Service, or DMS, for migrating databases to AWS with minimal downtime, and the AWS Schema Conversion tool for converting database schemas to AWS compatible formats. By mastering these concepts and tools, you will be well prepared to tackle the database related aspects of the exam. Now, here you must have a comprehensive understanding of AWS Network Services and their applications. Begin by focusing on Amazon Virtual Private Cloud, or VPC, and its key components, such as subnets, gateways, and route tables. These elements are fundamental in segmenting and managing network traffic within the AWS environment, enabling you to create isolated networks and control the flow of data efficiently. Now, you'll probably want to dive deeper into VPC security mechanisms, including Network Access Control Lists, or ACLs, and security groups. Network ACLs act as a firewall for controlling traffic at the subnet level, while security groups provide security at the instance level. And understanding how these mechanisms function to regulate inbound and outbound traffic at various layers is essential, as they are vital for maintaining secure network configurations and protecting your resources from unauthorized access. Now, in addition to VPC, gaining proficiency in Amazon Route 53, which is AWS's Scalable Domain Name System, or DNS, is pivotal. Route 53 plays a crucial role in routing end users to internet applications both efficiently and reliably. By mastering Route 53, you'll be able to manage domain names, direct traffic to various AWS resources, and ensure high availability and fault tolerance for your applications. And equally important are AWS Edge services like Amazon CloudFront and AWS Global Accelerator. These services enhance application performance by delivering content with low latency and high transfer speeds. Amazon CloudFront, a content delivery network, or CDN, distributes content globally through a network of edge locations, ensuring fast delivery to users. And AWS Global Accelerator, on the other hand, improves the availability and performance of your applications by directing traffic through the AWS Global Network Infrastructure. Understanding various network connectivity options to AWS is also essential. AWS VPN provides secure connections over the internet, ideal for extending on-premises networks to the cloud securely. And AWS Direct Connect offers dedicated network connections, providing a more consistent network experience compared to internet-based connections. So, recognizing the use cases and benefits of these connectivity options will certainly enable you to make informed decisions about the best solutions for different scenarios, ensuring optimal performance and security for your applications. Overall, a thorough grasp of these networking concepts and services will significantly enhance your readiness for the exam. By mastering VPC components, security mechanisms, Route 53, edge services, and connectivity options, you'll be well equipped to address various network-related questions and scenarios, demonstrating your proficiency in AWS networking. For this task statement, you'll need to understand AWS storage services. This entails not only recognizing the various storage solutions provided by AWS, but also grasping their specific use cases and benefits. First, you should be well versed in Amazon S3, which is AWS's object storage service. Amazon S3 is essential for scalable and durable storage of large amounts of data. You should understand the different S3 storage classes, such as Standard, Intelligent Tiering, and Glacier, which offer cost optimization based on access patterns and data lifecycle requirements. Next, it's important to know about block storage solutions, including Amazon EBS and Instant Store. Amazon EBS, or the Elastic Block Store, provides persistent block storage for use with EC2 instances, making it ideal for applications requiring regular updates and fast access to storage. In contrast, Instant Store offers temporary storage that is physically attached to the host machine, suitable for high-performance tasks where data does not need persist beyond the life cycle of an instance. And understanding file storage services is another key area. Amazon EFS, or the Elastic File System, provides scalable and elastic file storage for use with AWS Cloud Services and on-premises resources. It's particularly useful for workloads that require high throughput and IOPS, which is input-output operations per second. On the other hand, Amazon FSx offers optimized storage solutions for high-performance computing, supporting various file systems like Lustre and Windows File Server. And additionally, you need to be familiar with AWS Storage Gateway, which integrates on-premises environments with AWS Cloud Storage. Now, this service is crucial for hybrid cloud storage scenarios, providing cached file systems that enable low latency access to frequently used data. And finally, managing data lifecycle and backup strategies in AWS is vital. You should understand how to implement lifecycle policies in Amazon S3 to automate data transition between different storage classes based on predefined roles, ensuring cost efficiency. Furthermore, knowledge of AWS Backup, a centralized service for automating and managing backups across AWS services, is important for ensuring data protection and compliance. Artificial intelligence and machine learning services, as well as analytical services, are becoming more prevalent across various certification exams, reflecting their growing significance in the industry. So ensure you are familiar with services such as Amazon SageMaker, which is a comprehensive service that simplifies the process of building, training, and deploying machine learning models at scale. And we have Amazon Lex, which is a service designed for creating conversational interfaces, such as chatbots, which can be integrated into applications to enhance user interactions through natural language understanding and speech recognition. Another significant service is Amazon Kendra, which provides intelligent search capabilities, allowing organizations to index and search vast amounts of unstructured data efficiently. An understanding of these services includes not only knowing what each service does, but also recognizing the specific tasks they are designed to accomplish. Now, in addition to AI and ML services, familiarity with AWS Analytics services is essential. Now, these services enable efficient data processing, querying, and visualization. For example, Amazon Athena allows you to run SQL queries on data stored in Amazon S3, facilitating quick and easy data analysis without the need for complex ETL processes. Amazon Kinesis is designed for real-time data processing and streaming, making it invaluable for applications that require immediate data insights. And AWS Glue simplifies data preparation and ETL, which is the extract, transform, and load processes, enabling seamless data integration and transformation. Additionally, Amazon QuickSight offers tools for creating interactive dashboards and visualizations, helping businesses turn data into actionable insights. Understanding the use cases and functionalities of these analytics services will enhance your ability to select the appropriate tools for various data-related tasks. Recognizing when to use specific AWS services is a requirement for the exam. For instance, you should know that Amazon SageMaker is ideal for machine learning tasks. Amazon Lex is suited for developing those conversational interfaces, and Amazon Kendra is perfect for speech solutions. Similarly, in the realm of analytics, selecting the right tools is vital. Amazon Athena is your go-to for querying large datasets stored in S3. Amazon Kinesis is essential for real-time data streaming and processing, and AWS Glue is best for data preparation and ETL tasks, and Amazon QuickSight excels in data visualization. For the final task statement, you need to have a comprehensive understanding of various AWS services across several key categories. These include application integration, business applications, customer engagement, developer tools, end-user computing, front-end web and mobile services, and IoT. For application integration, you need to grasp the functionalities and use cases of Amazon EventBridge, Amazon SNS, and Amazon SQS. This involves understanding how these services enable event-driven architectures that decouple and scale applications and facilitate message queuing. In business applications, familiarity with Amazon Connect for cloud contact centers and Amazon SES for email communications is recommended. In customer engagement, you should learn about AWS Activate for startups, AWS IQ, AWS Managed Services, and AWS Support, focusing on how these services support startups, connect customers with AWS experts, manage AWS infrastructure, and provide various levels of support. Developer tools knowledge involves being aware of AWS App Config, Cloud9, Cloud Shell, Cloud Artifact, Code Build, Code Commit, Code Deploy, Code Pipeline, Code Star, and X-Ray, all of which are crucial for application development, deployment, and debugging. End-user computing requires a high-level awareness of Amazon AppStream 2, Amazon Workspaces, and Workspaces Web, which enables streaming applications and virtual desktops to end-user devices. For front-end web and mobile services, you need to understand AWS Amplify and AppSync, which aid in building scalable web and mobile applications. And finally, for IoT services, understanding AWS IoT Core and IoT Greengrass is important for managing connected devices, enabling edge computing. So congratulations on completing Domain 3. Now let's dive into Domain 4, billing and pricing strategies. You can jump straight to the next video by clicking on the link in the pinned comment of this video, where you can also find links to Domains 1 and Domain 2. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments and I'll respond personally. See you in Domain 4. Cheers.